Maine is in the middle of Maine Lobster Week. It runs through Sunday. It brings special events as part of what's going on. And with us here to talk about it is Marianne LaCroix from the Maine Lobster Marketing Collaborative, one of the people involved in sponsoring Lobster Week. Thanks for coming in. It's good to have you here, Marianne. How did the idea for this come about? Obviously, what you're trying to do is promote lobster, get people to eat more lobster. What was the idea behind Lobster Week, though?
We modeled it after Restaurant Week, and we wanted to give chefs an opportunity to be really creative with Maine lobster. Obviously, it's something that people are used to here in Maine. They're used to having a lobster roll. We wanted to celebrate those, but also give chefs an opportunity to do something really creative and new.
What in general, and you've been doing this for a few years now, what has been the response from chefs? Are they eager to take this on?
Chefs really enjoy it. It's a great product. You can't get more local than Maine lobster here in Maine, and chefs love working with it. We have a lot of restaurants that are coming back year after year.
So what is sort of the centerpiece in terms of the public of Maine Lobster Week is the opportunity to go to different restaurants, get special deals, and try some lobster dishes that may not normally be on the menu. Is that a fair summary of it?
That's right. People can enjoy their old favorites. If they want a lobster roll, there's still plenty of opportunities to do that, but there's also some really interesting dishes out there.
If the day comes along when people can't get a lobster roll in Maine, then we know we're all in deep trouble.
Absolutely.
How many restaurants are involved in Lobster Week?
We have 60 restaurants participating this year.
That's a really good turnout. How has that grown over the few years that you've been doing this?
It's grown. We started in 2021, which was a really difficult time for restaurants as they were struggling with staffing issues. So we've gotten more and more restaurants each year. We've gotten restaurants coming back. We have new restaurants participating. So it's just a really great week to enjoy Maine lobster.
And the restaurants stretch for over a big chunk of the state, from York County to Blue Hill up to Greenville. What kind of deals or specials do they tend to offer?
Well, we wanted to make sure every restaurant can participate, whether they're a lobster shack or a full-service restaurant. So restaurants have the option of producing a single dish. It might be a special lobster roll or other dish, or they can produce a whole 3-course meal. We have one restaurant doing a full 6-course meal. So it's really up to the restaurant how they want to be included.
Is that a 6-course? How many courses feature lobster in that 6-course meal?
6 Maine lobster courses, and each course uses a different part of the lobster, which I thought was very interesting.
6 out of 6, that's impressive. What else is going on? Obviously, the restaurants are sort of at the heart of it. Well, what else is part of Maine Lobster Week?
Well, there's an opportunity to ship lobster as well. For those people that are outside of Maine or want to share it with friends and relatives outside the state, they can go to one of our shippers on the website and ship lobster to someone outside the state.
Well, there's always a lot of attention in Maine to how the lobster industry is doing. And what would the answer to that be right now in fall of 2024? How is the lobster economy doing in this state?
Well, fall is really a great time for the lobster fishery, and that's one of the reasons we have Lobster Week here at the end of September. It's still the high season for Maine lobster. A lot of people are thinking about it in July and August and not so much in the fall, but we're bringing in millions and millions of pounds of lobster in the fall months, so we really want to remind people that this is a great time to come out and eat lobster.
All right, let's end on a personal note. What is your favorite way to eat lobster?
I've got to go with the traditional lobster roll.
All right, that's a good answer. You can't give a bad answer, but that's a good one. All right, we've got to leave it there. Marianne, thanks so much for coming in. Again, it's Maine Lobster Week. It's running through Sunday across the state. You'll find more information about it in the 207 section of our News Center Maine app or website. Stick around. 207 is going to be back in just a moment.